Most welcome to the electrical machine lab. Dear student, today we are going to perform load test on DC shunt motor. This test is also called as a brake test on the DC shunt motor. The purpose of this test is to perform the characteristics between speed and armature current, torque and armature current, torque and speed, output and efficiency, output and speed. This method is also called as direct method of testing DC machines. It is the simplest method of measuring the output power, input power, speed and efficiency at different load condition. This is our DC shunt motor on which we will perform load tests. To this DC shunt motor, to perform the load test, we are connected the BDA to the DC shunt motor. BDA is already connected to the DC shunt motor. All the red color arrangement is called as the BDA. The full form of BDA is the brake drum arrangement. This is the drum which is now rotating. It is called as a drum, and there is a belt. This is the weight machine to put the load, and for arranging the load, this is the pulley, okay, and here there is a belt, green color belt. You can see the belt. With the help of this belt, we will put the load on the DC machine. In this drum, there is a hollow space in the drum. The purpose of this hollow space to fill the water, during the running condition. We are filling the water for the cooling purpose of this drum. Now we will note down the nameplate details of the DC shunt motor on our lab manual, and this is the instrument and the equipments required to perform the DC shunt motor. Tachometer of specification 10,000 rpm, voltmeter 300 volt, ammeter we require 2 ammeter, one for field winding 0 to 2 ampere and one for armature winding 0 to 25 ampere, and one rheostat we will require, which will be connected in series with the field winding. This is the circuit diagram for the DC shunt motor, load test on the DC shunt motor. As per this circuit diagram, we will do the connection. You can see clearly the circuit diagram. The shunt winding is connected in parallel to the armature. DC 3-point starter is used, 1 voltmeter is used, 2 ammeter is used. Rheostat are connected in series with the field winding, and mechanically coupled BDA, brake drum arrangement. This is the rheostat which we will use for this practical, and after that we will use this voltmeter, 1 ammeter of 25 ampere, 1 ammeter of 2 ampere. We will get the DC supply, main DC supply here. After that, this is the terminal of 3-point starter, and lastly this is the terminal box of the DC shunt motor, having 2 armature terminal AAA and 2 field winding terminal ZZZ. Now we will start the connection as per the circuit diagram. First we will take the red color wire and connect to the positive terminal of the DC supply, and another end of this red wire is connected to the L terminal of 3-point DC starter. Now we are doing the field winding connection, so I am taking yellow color wire. The one end of the wire is connected to the F terminal of DC 3-point starter. Another end of this yellow wire is connected to the 2 ampere DC ammeter. This is our rheostat having 2 fixed terminal. One is a red color terminal and another one is the black terminal. And it is also having the variable terminal. This is the variable terminal. To perform the practical, we are using one fixed terminal, red color terminal, and one variable terminal, that is the yellow color wire is already I had connected. I will use this 2 terminal for the practical purpose. Now we will continue the connection. I will connect yellow color wire to the DC ammeter terminal and from here I will connect the other end of this wire to the fixed terminal, red color terminal of the rheostat. Now I will connect variable terminal of rheostat with this yellow color wire to the Z terminal of the field winding of DC motor. Now I will connect one black color wire to the double Z terminal of field winding and the another end of this black wire to the negative terminal of DC supply. I had already completed the field winding connection of DC shunt motor. Now I will start the armature connection of DC shunt motor. I will connect one blue color wire to the A terminal of DC 3-point starter and the other end of this blue wire is connected to the 25 ampere DC ammeter. Now from DC ammeter we will take one wire and connect it to the A terminal of the armature. Now I will connect one end of the black color wire to the double A terminal of the armature to the negative supply of the DC source. Before switching on the DC supply, we have to take some precaution measure. The rheostat, field rheostat should be at minimum position. Keep the field rheostat at the minimum position. Another precaution we have to take before switching on the DC supply to keep the motor load free. We will free the motor from the load with the help of this pulley. See, the belt should be loose before switching on the DC supply. And this is a general precaution to perform this practical. Number one is all connections should be tight. Never touch the live terminal during the experiment. Before changing the connection, switch off the supply. Increase the load carefully. Always use a starter of proper rating. Always wear shoes when working in the lab. Avoid wearing loose clothes, hanging chains, etc. Make proper contact when measuring the speed with tachometer. Switch on the DC power supply. Now we will run DC 3-point starter to start the motor. Now our motor is running on without load, you can see clearly. Now we will adjust the field rheostat to run the motor at the rated speed 1500 RPM. Now we are connecting tachometer to the motor, you can see, and we are bringing the speed to the rated speed 1500 RPM. Put the load on the DC motor with the hand wheel of the BDA and we will put some 25% load of the rated current. Now I will take all the readings at quarter load, means 5 ampere, 50% load means 10 ampere, 3/4 load means 15 ampere. We will take all the reading at quarter load, half load, 3/4 load and 100% load, and we will note all this reading in the observation table. While performing the practical, after 1 or 2 reading, for the cooling purpose of the drum, because the drum is too hot, for the cooling purpose of the drum, we are pouring the water into the drum. Now we will free the motor from the load before switching off the DC supply. Now we will switch off the DC supply and we will do our all necessary calculation. We will find the torque for the various condition: quarter load, half load, 3/4 load and full load. Similarly, we will calculate the output power. Similarly, we will calculate efficiency, input power, and after doing all the calculation, we will draw the graphs on the graph paper. This is our graph. We have to draw all the graphs. And one important precaution is that while performing the practical, we should never increase the armature current, load current above the rated current. Our motor is of 19 ampere, so we should not increase the current above the 19 ampere. This is the conclusion. A shunt motor speed regulation is small from no load to full load. Maximum efficiency occur at less than its full load condition. Maximum efficiency is between 70% to 85%. Speed torque ratio is not linear but has some drooping due to the demagnetization. All my dear students, thank you very much for being with us